Visualization study commissioned by LNG Canada to demonstrate the wake effects from a large liquid natural gas carrier upon a rocky shoreline similar to the northern BC coast. Upon examination of the worldwide options, the LNG terminal in Milford Haven, Wales, in the United Kingdom was chosen for its steep, rocky coastline and frequent large LNG traffic. The ship in this video is a 216,000 cubic meter capacity LNG carrier with a length of 315 meters and a width of 50 meters. The ship's draft is 9.5 meters when in ballast and 12.2 meters when fully loaded. It is comparable in size with the large container ships that go to Prince Rupert or the Alaskan-bound cruise ships that currently transit BC's northern coast. Both container ships and cruise ships are good comparisons to make as they have very similar streamlined underwater hull forms as compared to the LNG carrier that you see in this video. The viewer should also note that the LNG carriers expected at the LNG Canada terminal will be the more common conventional-sized LNG carriers that are on average 290 meters long, 45 meters wide with 9 to 12 meter drafts and averaging 150,000 cubic meter cargo capacity. However, for the purposes of this video, we have chosen to video a 10 to 15% larger LNG carrier to show the largest possible effects that one may anticipate. The LNG carrier was filmed for approximately 7 minutes as it passed a rocky headland. During this time, the ship accelerates from approximately 5 knots, 9.3 kilometers per hour, up to 7 knots, 13 kilometers per hour, at the same time making a slight alteration of course to the right. The distance from the shore to the ship is approximately 400 meters, or just under a quarter of a nautical mile from where the main view camera is filming to the ship. The two picture insets at the lower corners are synchronized video of the coastline at key spots to show the wake effect as the ship passes. The 3 smaller vessels visible, there is a 4th out of sight behind the LNG carrier, are the tugs used to escort the ship as it comes off the berth and clears the harbor. The forward tug is not connected to the LNG carrier, but is ready to respond as needed, while at the stern of the LNG carrier are 2 more tugs. One is made fast to the LNG carrier's stern, while the other is not. They are both ready to respond to the navigational needs of the LNG carrier should they be required. A small green starboard lateral navigational buoy can be seen in the foreground as the LNG carrier passes and alters slightly to starboard, turns right, away from the rocky point to remain within the recognized marine routing, heading back out to the deep sea. You will observe that as the ship's bow wave reaches the shoreline, the resulting generated swell, increase in water height at the rocks, from trough to crest is between approximately 25 centimeters to 50 centimeters. You will notice that the water height on the rocks increases temporarily before decreasing rather than breaking over the rocks with a crash. The wake from the vessel's stern is much less significant than that from the bow, and hence has a less noticeable effect on the shore. Equally, the propeller race propagates in a straight line from the stern and does not generally reach the shoreline.